On a bitter winter's day, a stray dog, desperate for warmth and shelter, roams the cold, unforgiving streets, her tiny puppies struggling to keep up. The air is biting, and the snow falls relentlessly, covering the world in a cold blanket as they wander aimlessly. With each gust of wind, her fur flutters, but it offers little protection against the freezing temperatures. The streets offer no refuge, no safety, only an endless search for a place to hide from the storm. As the puppies shiver from the cold, the mother's heart aches, her body exhausted but her love for them unyielding. She presses on, determined to protect them, but each step takes more out of her than the last. This journey isn't just about finding food, it's about survival. For warmth. The streets offer no kindness, only the harsh realities of survival. But sometimes, in the bleakest moments of despair, all it takes is one small act of kindness to turn everything around. What happens next is more than just a rescue, it's a reminder of the power of compassion and the way one simple gesture can change everything. Stay with us, and witness how this act will restore your faith in humanity. On his usual morning walk, a neighbor notices something he can't ignore. As he strolls along, his eyes are drawn to a small family of stray dogs huddled together on the icy pavement. Their faces, gaunt and weary, reflect exhaustion, and their frail bodies reveal the toll of hunger. The bitter cold of the winter morning seems unbearable, and the man can tell they are struggling to survive. Their desperate, pleading eyes meet his, and it's clear, they are on the edge of giving up. His heart sinks at the sight, knowing that if no one intervenes, they won't last much longer in these harsh, unforgiving conditions. For a moment, he stands there, frozen in place, feeling the weight of the situation pressing down on him. But then something shifts within him. Instead of simply walking away and leaving them to their fate, he makes a choice. A small act of kindness could change everything for these helpless creatures. The man's heart swells with compassion, and he immediately decides to do something about it. Without a second thought, he turns around and heads straight for his home, a sense of purpose filling his every step. He knows that one decision could mean a new chance at life for these animals, and he's ready to help, no matter what it takes. Without a moment's hesitation, the man opens the door to his home, allowing the cold air to rush in, but he's more focused on the small family of shivering dogs standing before him. The chill of the outside world lingers on their coats, but as the warmth from the house beckons, the dogs hesitate. The mother dog sniffs the air, unsure at first, but then, as if drawn by the safety and comfort that lies just beyond the threshold, she takes a tentative step forward. Her puppies, weak from the brutal cold and exhaustion, follow closely behind, unsure but instinctively seeking the warmth. Slowly, one by one, they cross the threshold, stepping into the warmth for the first time in what feels like hours, perhaps even days. As the door shuts behind them, a sense of relief settles in the room. The man watches quietly as the mother dog looks up at him with eyes filled with gratitude, silently thanking him for the kindness he's shown. Her puppies, their tiny bodies still trembling from the cold, curl up in a cozy corner, finally able to rest. It's a simple act, one that may seem small to some, but it's enough to change everything for these fragile creatures. With that one decision to show compassion, this man has given them not just a refuge from the bitter winter, but a chance to live, to heal, and to dream of a future they never thought possible. Inside the man's home, the once weary dog family begins to relax, their tense bodies slowly unwinding in the newfound warmth. The crackling fire casts a golden glow across the room, its gentle heat seeping into their frozen bones. Beneath them, the soft rug offers a comfort they haven't known in so long, something warm, something safe, something that doesn't feel like the harsh pavement they once curled up on for survival. The man kneels down, setting a bowl of food and water before them, his heart swelling as he watches their reactions. At first, the mother dog hesitates, her instinct still on high alert, but the hunger within her is too strong to resist. With cautious movements, she takes her first bite, and within moments, her puppies eagerly follow suit, their tiny bodies regaining strength with every mouthful. The days of unbearable cold, relentless hunger, and constant fear are finally behind them. For the first time in what feels like forever, they are safe. The man watches as their wary eyes begin to soften, their exhaustion giving way to peace. His small, thoughtful gesture has given them more than just shelter, it has given them a second chance. In the quiet glow of the hearth, a bond begins to form, unspoken but deeply understood. Human and animal, once strangers, now share something undeniable: trust. And as the little family curls up together, drifting into a long overdue rest, they know one thing for certain: tonight, they sleep without fear. As the days turn into weeks, the bond between the man and the little dog family deepens in ways he never expected. What started as an act of compassion has grown into something truly special. The puppies, once frail and weak, begin to gain weight, their ribs no longer visible beneath their softening fur. Their playful energy slowly returns, filling the house with the pitter-patter of tiny paws and joyful yips. They chase each other across the floor, tumbling in carefree delight, a stark contrast to the trembling, starving creatures they once were. The man watches over them with quiet dedication, his daily routine now revolving around their care. He makes sure they have fresh food and water, a warm place to sleep, and all the love they need to feel truly safe. The mother dog, once wary and defensive, begins to let her guard down. Her eyes, once filled with uncertainty, now shine with trust as she follows the man around, her tail wagging softly. With each passing day, her fear fades, replaced by a quiet confidence that she and her puppies are exactly where they belong. This small, once shivering family has transformed, not just in health, but in spirit. They are no longer just surviving, they are thriving. And the man, who once thought he was simply helping a few stray dogs, realizes that they have given him something in return, a companionship that fills his home and heart in a way he never expected. What began as a simple rescue has become a beautiful story of love, healing, and trust, proving that sometimes, the smallest acts of kindness can change lives forever. Over the course of a few weeks, the transformation of the little dog family is nothing short of remarkable. Where once their fur was dull and matted, now it shines with health, reflecting the nourishment and care they've received. Their eyes, once clouded with exhaustion and fear, now sparkle with life and curiosity. The puppies, who had once struggled just to stay warm, are now bursting with energy. They tumble and play, their tiny paws skittering across the floor as they chase each other in gleeful abandon. Every corner of their new home is an adventure waiting to be explored, their playful barks filling the once quiet space with joy. The mother dog, once anxious and guarded, now watches over them with a newfound sense of peace. No longer tense with worry, she lies comfortably nearby, her eyes soft with gratitude as she takes in the warmth and safety surrounding her. She knows, at last, that her babies are safe. The man, sitting nearby, observes the scene with a quiet smile. He had simply wanted to help, never expecting how much these dogs would come to mean to him. What began as a rescue has blossomed into something much deeper, a home, a family, and an unbreakable bond built on trust and kindness. They are no longer just survivors of a harsh winter, they are thriving, full of life, love, and the promise of a future they never could have imagined. And all it took was one compassionate heart willing to extend a helping hand. It's a story of hope, of resilience, and of the extraordinary impact one person can have when they choose to make a difference. In this house, on this day, a new beginning has been written, not just for the dogs, but for the man who saved them as well. Over the course of just a few weeks, the transformation of the little dog family is nothing short of extraordinary. What was once a group of fragile, shivering survivors has blossomed into a picture of health and happiness. Their fur, once dull and tangled, now gleams with vitality, reflecting the nourishment and care they've received. Their eyes, which once held only fear and exhaustion, now shine with curiosity and warmth, filled with the spark of life they nearly lost. The puppies, once too weak to do more than huddle together for warmth, are now full of boundless energy. They scamper around their new home, their tiny paws tapping against the floor as they chase one another in playful bursts of excitement. Every corner of the house has become a new world to explore, and their joyful barks and yips fill the air, a stark contrast to the silence of their past struggles. Their mother, once tense and wary, now watches over them with quiet confidence. No longer consumed by worry, she stretches out on the soft rug, her body finally able to relax. She lifts her head now and then, her gentle eyes filled with gratitude as she glances at the man who made this new life possible. He watches them from a distance, leaning against the doorway, a soft smile on his face. He hadn't set out to change lives, but in opening his home and heart, he has done just that. These dogs are no longer just survivors, they are thriving. They have found warmth, safety, and love, all because one person chose to act when they needed it most. What started as a single act of kindness has turned into something far greater, a second chance, a new beginning, and a powerful testament to the difference one compassionate heart can make in the world. If this story moved you, we invite you to take a moment to like, share, and subscribe. By doing so, you're helping to spread awareness and inspire others to take action for animals in need. Every small act of kindness, whether it's sharing this story or helping a stray in your own community, has the power to create a ripple effect of compassion. Together, we can make a meaningful difference in the lives of countless animals, offering them the love, care, and second chances they so desperately deserve. No gesture is too small. Your support, your voice, and your willingness to help can change a life. Let's continue to spread love, kindness, and hope to those who need it most. You never know when your simple act of compassion could become the next life-changing moment for an animal in need. Thank you for watching, for caring, and for being part of this journey to make the world a better place for all creatures.